Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a recap and a rehouse of our Ybyrapora diversipes. What a name. This is the Amazon sapphire Pinktoe. Now this is a New World spider, and these have proven to be a little bit tricky, if I am totally honest. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this one up here. We have a number of these, but we're going to set this one up in our normal bioactive, because these are now ready to go into their adult homes, as it were. They've done their growing on period, and as you all know, I do like to grow everything on in reasonably small enclosures, and this way we can keep a nice control of what is going on with them, and we can make sure that we've got enough food going into them and what have you. And we're going to put that in there, and we're going to add some of our beastly material. So what we're going to do, this is just a normal piece of, this is birch, I think. Yeah, this is silver birch, piece of bark that we've collected ourselves. Now one of the things I've found with these guys is they really are quite a nervous spider in comparison to a lot of the others. I think we've got a nice piece of wood here. Just going to give that a little brush off. We can have it that way. I think we'll have it that way. Right. And the way to put that, you can see our isopods in here now already. Where'd he go? Here he is. You see, these are all coming in on our beastie material. This is why we collect this stuff. It comes fully stocked with everything that we need. So we put that there. We've got a nice little plant here. We're going to pop that in there. A little bit too low. Job. Perfect. And we've got a nice little bit of moss here as well. This will be this will help us maintain the humidity in here, but it will allow for a nice dry enclosure. So I'm going to pop that up there like so. We're going to get our water bowl, pop that on there. Just give that a quick touch there. There we go, that's perfect. Give our plant a really good water. Moss a bit of a spruce. Now then. Now, as we said in the beginning, I have found with this sapphire Pinktoe, we should be able to have a nice look at this. Here she is. Now these really are a truly stunning spider. Very, very pretty, with all manner of colours. Oh, maybe shall I get that out? So here she is. Now you can see the colours in this. There's like blues, purples. There's all sorts going on here. Maybe she can open up a little bit. Now when these are young, they have a striped abdomen. These are starting to mature up now. They're looking very, very, very pretty. There you go, she's coming out now. You can see the stripes in the abdomen a little bit now. Now these are for a future breeding project. As you can see, very nice. Get a nice close up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to move her over now and see if we can't get her to go up on this piece of log. As you can see, as an avic, these guys aren't particularly big. She doesn't really want to go. There we go. She has gone straight to hiding behind the log. That was nice of her, wasn't it? I don't know if she'll come out. Probably not. There we go. They're a little timid. She's not very keen, is she? There we go. What we do is we'd like her to actually find the branch, and then she'll go up the branch and hopefully find the bark behind. Now these guys come from the Amazon, so they actually do like a little bit of a temperature, and they seem to do well in the high 70s to the mid 80s. They're pretty good in terms of temperature wise. They do like a humid environment, but they don't like it wet, same as all your other avics. So we keep these very, very similar to how we keep our versicolors. They're almost the same. Almost all the avics are pretty much kept the same way. That being said, I have found these slightly more delicate, especially when babies. When they're tiny, tiny little slings, they're very, very delicate. We've got a number of small slings here, and they can literally keel over for no apparent reason whatsoever. Now, bearing in mind we keep them all the same. You come down one morning, then one will be dead. So they're very, very delicate as babies, and even as adults, they seem to be quite timid. We don't see an awful lot of them, which is a shame because they are incredibly pretty, as you can see now. She is just looking for somewhere to hide. She just wants to be hidden away. So, all being well, once she gets in here, she settles down, she'll end up making this her home, and then we should, in theory, start seeing a little bit more of her. Now, food-wise, we keep these on small items, and I do find they do prefer crickets rather than roaches. Not quite sure why that is. Maybe it's the way they move. Crickets move in a very different way, so maybe that's what actually spurs these guys on to feeding. Now, I have heard people say that they have really good appetites. I find these to be a little bit on and off, and they don't eat anywhere near as much as our other avics. So they're quite, they seem to be, although they're the same, they're very, very different, if that makes sense. Very different in their actual, the way they do things. So I tend to feed these more so because they're so shy. I don't always wait for them to come out. So I tend to just feed these maybe once a week. I'll put a medium-sized food item in there, and then hopefully if I don't see it within a day or two, I know things are fine. If I still see that running around, I will try and remove it, and I'll give them another week, and then I'll try them again. But because they are so timid, I feel that it's worth just putting the food in there regardless. Whereas normally we wait for our spiders to tell us when they're hungry. I don't do that with these. So I like to just get the food in there and keep them fed. So they are a very, very pretty spider, but maybe not a spider for a beginner. I think, you know, you really need to get on, keep something like a common avic and then a versicolor, and then maybe look at one of these. And if you are fairly new to them, if you get the opportunity to buy one that's a grown on, a juvie, that is where your best money will be spent. Don't necessarily buy a baby sling unless you're quite happy with your sling care. They are very, very delicate. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. They are a very pretty spider, and one that we don't see an awful lot of, either in here or in the hobby. There's just not that too many of them around. So right, I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget, be calm, be gentle, and love your spider. I'll see you soon, guys.